Good morning, everybody. I hope you are all safe and well. It's a very different day from yesterday. It is very chilly at the moment. There's a few anglers over there now. They've got the top jackets on, gloves on, hoods up. It is winter, but it is March, so I don't suppose we can complain too much about that. Welcome back to the live coverage of this year's Golden Rod Feeder final from Lawford Lakes. Now this is day 2. It's Sunday morning. The lads and everyone have just drawn for their pegs. If you want to have a catch up on what happened yesterday, then there are live streams underneath this one that will take you through all the stages of the match yesterday to let you know how it went, but some of the action, who caught, who didn't, and all that sort of thing. So we're having a drive-by here. Away. There we go. Cameo appearance.
Section winner yesterday.
Yeah, unfortunately, slightly off pace. Yeah. That's Steve Ringer. He had a bit of a nightmare yesterday, so he's certainly not one of the leaders, unfortunately, going into this day for him. So it's day 2. If you want to have a catch up on everything, it is beneath this video, so I'll not ponder on that too much because I know you want to see some of the live footage from today. So behind me is Match Lake, so let me just swing the camera around for you. There we go. So it's very different from yesterday. We had lovely blue skies yesterday. There was a bit of cloud, but it was definitely warmer. The wind was in a different direction. It was coming more from here and across over the Bure and then hitting down into that chalet bank. But as you can see today, it's flat calm here now, and the wind's not hitting it until about peg 4, and then it's got hacking down to that bottom end down there where it is quite choppy down there, but it is a very cold wind. Very cold wind. So we don't know if that's going to make, have an impact or not. So I'm on Match Lake, so what I'm going to be doing is throughout the match today I am constantly live streaming on the Golden Reel Angling Facebook page, so if you do want to see even more streams throughout the match, then if you're on Facebook, head on over there. However, for those people that aren't on Facebook, to some of my fellow followers, for what I'm hugely grateful, I will be streaming right here onto YouTube for you so that you can get some footage of the competition as well. So what I'm going to do now, without banging on about things that aren't relevant or relevant to today, I'm going to give you a full walk down of the grass bank on Match Lake, just to show you who's drawn on here and where they've drawn, okay, and obviously any other issues that come up along the way when we're down there. So let me flick the camera around for you. So here we are, we're behind peg 1. This is where Eddie Bryden was yesterday. Let me just get my list of names, because one of the things that we've noticed this year, or I've noticed this year, is that there's a lot of new faces, which is absolutely brilliant for the competition. So some of these anglers I'm not that familiar with, but some of them obviously are here in every final. Okay, so the first angler that we've got here, this is peg 1, that's Trevor Mould. He's down there on peg 1, he's got his nets out there drying. There are fish. I've just spoke to Tommy, just to let you know, one of the section winners from yesterday, he's now just become the hot favourite to win the competition. He's on that peg there, peg 34, the end peg. That is Tom Pickering. He's just gone back to the cafe, I think, but he's on peg 34, the end peg. That won the section yesterday, so he is now the hot favourite for the competition now. Next peg along, who's not there, he's gone back to the cafe, I think. That's Shemek Solski. Very, very good angler. He's on 2 points from yesterday, so he's definitely right in the mix. Tommy and Steve there just relaxing. There's one thing, when you've only got 2 or 3 feeder rods to set up that are probably already set up anyway, you don't need much time to set up, do you? Peg 3, that is Sam Hayes, not at his peg at the moment, and as we get further down here we'll probably start to see and feel that wind a little bit more. Peg 4, no stranger to this venue, double Golden Reel champion, Stu Fotheringham. He's tattled up, he's got loads of time, so that's peg 4. Peg 5, this is Danny. Morning Danny, mate. Danny Batch, as you can see, well, he's got 1 rod set up there. I don't know if it's staying like that, but they've got loads of time to set up. Next one along here, 1 point from yesterday, Darren Cox, a section winner. Let's see what he thinks of his draw.
Morning Jamie.
Morning Nick. This is for all the YouTubers. Morning Nick. Darren.
Right.
Morning. Dream team. Does either one of you fancy your draws today?
Well, it's actually quite a fair section because there's no end pegs on paper, but we're all going to be taking points off each other.
Yeah.
And
New word, no.
There we go.
then, Darren.
He summed it up nicely. Thanks for that, Darren. Well, good luck, lads. So that's Darren's peg there. 6 points. He's on peg 6. He's got 1 point from yesterday. So coming down here, Simon Fry. Peg 7. He's on 2 points from yesterday after his £80 last hour.
Hoping for an £8 last hour.
An £8 last hour, yeah. I know you're not expecting too much.
Practice match Friday, I had 5 skimmers and a rud.
What, on this peg?
Same peg.
5 skimmers and a rud. That was on the practice.
But it was a golden rud. And there's a few people that said I should have won something for catching a golden rud.
For a golden rod, yeah, good point. Golden rod, right. Should be a bounty on that, I reckon. Instant tag a fish, yeah. Man, I don't think Phil will be up for that. Good luck anyway, Simon. So that's Simon Fry, peg 7. That peg wasn't actually fished yesterday. So next one along here, peg 8. We've just seen him back up there with Darren Cox. This is Nick Speed's peg. That's Speedy, 3 rods, last year's champion. All set up, sat down in the water. Next one along here, we've got peg 9. This is Jason White. He's just sticking up. I'll not distract him while he's counting, because that always happens. As we get down here, you can see that wind's hitting it more now. It is blowing right the way down to this end. This must be peg 10. Danny O'Shea, there we go. All right, mate, morning. Danny O'Shea. So that's peg 10. This was a difficult area yesterday. This is where I think that's where Phil Canning was. Les Marshall was here, and Andy Kinder was here. Really didn't produce yesterday at all. Morning, Jason. You alright? Do you fancy that now? Tough.
No, was on it yesterday. £20. It's
yeah.
things changed.
It's not on form, is it?
No,
No. Good luck anyway. So yeah, so that's where Andy Kinder was yesterday, who struggled on there. Very, very few bites at all. The wind's hitting it much more down here now. This is Sam Williams. Morning, mate. Morning, Sam. That wind's a bit fresh for you. No, it's not, mate. Good luck though. Peg 13, Martin Long. This is the peg where Vic Molyneux was on this. He actually caught all right in the first half. Morning, Martin. So yeah, there were a few fish on it first half, but it didn't get so good late on, but he still caught a few. Peg 14, Martin Taylor, middle of the island, as you can see. That wind's hitting it much more down here now. Another one, everyone's set up early today. There's not many people sat on the box in that cold wind. They've all retreated back to the cafe or their vans. This is peg 15. This is Dave White. Oh, sorry, Dave Wright. He was, I think that's Dave Wright. I think he was on the end peg on Spessy Lake on 34 yesterday. Another one who set up nice and early. And then we get down here, the last 2 pegs on Grass Bank on the Burr. We've got Nathan Guraham. He's just taking his time setting up there. He's got his brolly up, keeping that cold wind off him. He knows what he's doing. And then finally down here, an angler who knows this venue well. Great angler. He's not on his box at the moment. I don't know if he's in his van. That is Alex Walker. This peg actually won the lake on the practice match on Friday. Yesterday, I think it was second in section yesterday. It was a peg that didn't really kind of go off manic, you know, catching loads and loads of fish, but I think he just ticked over. So I think that peg was second in section yesterday, but the section was won yesterday over there on peg 18. 18's there and 19 there. These are all in the same section, but 18 was the top weight on the match with £124. That was Steve Brindley. Over there today is Gareth Swain. Gareth Swain's on there. He knows this venue very, very, very well. So yeah, he fancies that. But like I say, all this bowl yesterday was flat calm. The wind was actually coming over your back here, so there were literally lads sat here in the t-shirts yesterday in the sunshine. The wind was going over them, but as you can see today, it's completely different. It's a very, very cold wind blowing down. Whether that's going to make a difference or not, I don't know. The only thing I can say to you is that the only fish that we've seen, or the only fish I've seen walking about, have been right down there where Tommy is, on peg 34, last peg on that right hand bank, and peg 1 on this bank. So whether those fish are going to feed or not is obviously a different issue altogether. you know, but there are definitely fish there, and that's where it's flat calm. And we can often quite often see that in winter when you do get a cold wind. Quite often you catch the fish off the back of the wind, you know, where that water temperature might be just that little bit warmer, where it's not so cold. So who knows, but we're obviously going to be finding out. So the match times that we're fishing are 11 until 4, same as yesterday. I will be streaming mainly on Facebook for Golden Reel Angling on their Facebook page, but in between I will be streaming on here on the Catch Fishing channel for you. So thank you for all the great messages from yesterday. This has been a little bit of an experiment, just to see if you want to see live streams like this in events when I'm not actually fishing them or competing in them, just to see if they are something that you want to see. And so far the response has been fantastic. So, you know, if you want to continue seeing them, those thumbs up on the videos really do make a difference. And so I'm going to head back now. I'm going to need to put another jacket on, I think, if I'm staying in this wind, and go and get a cup of coffee and then get ready for that 11 o'clock start. So what I'll do is I'll check in with you after the match has started, because that's when we'll have some idea about how it's fishing. We are going to be keeping our eye on the leaders. We've got 6 anglers here today that won the section yesterday, so they're on 1 point, but then we've also got 6 anglers that are on 2 points. So we are obviously going to be able to get some sort of an idea of who might be leading the competition in the early stages, and that's what I'm looking forward to sharing with you. So thanks for all the great messages. I'm going to go and get a red hot cup of coffee. I think a lot of people are feeling that 1 hour less sleep in bed last night. I think they're feeling it this morning, having 1 hour's less sleep. But that wind is definitely going to keep a few people awake. But yeah, thank you so much for all the great response to this little experiment. And like I say, keep those thumbs up coming. And it isn't just for this event, you know, I've got loads of events coming up through the year, and there might be other events that I can attend that I'm not competing that I can cover like this for you if you're interested. So please let me know. Right, I'm going for a cup of coffee and I'll check in with you possibly around 12 o'clock-ish, I think, where we will obviously have been fishing for about an hour. We'll have an idea about how it's fishing. So I'll check in with you soon, everybody. I'll catch up on all the messages, and I'll check in with you around 12 o'clock-ish, something like that, when I can give you some feedback. Thanks everybody, I'll see you in a couple of hours or so.